Hi, ladies. Welcome to my weekly live on not Facebook, YouTube. Um, I have some really pretty projects for you today, and they're brand new in our online exclusives collection. I am Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampinggala.com, and I'm really happy that you're here. If you are new to my channel, please let me know that you're here so we can give you a warm welcome. And for those of you that return week after week, I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Um, so I have a few things to show you before I get started. Um, but let me just push these to the side. And I just want to mention to you my Christmas retreat that's coming up in the fall. I announced it pretty early a couple of weeks ago. And it's for October 26th and 27th. This is on my Facebook group page, by the way. I only have about 5 spots left. So if you're interested in going to this, you want to get your registration in right away or contact me and let me know that you plan on attending. And you can do that at julie48188@gmail.com. Okay. Secondly, I posted and sent out last month's scrapbook pages. For those of you that follow me, you know that I do a monthly scrapbook club, and these are the pages. I think they turned out really pretty. This is a class by mail, and it is, you can find it on my blog at stampinggala.com in the tab at one. Click on the tab at the top. It's called, our scrapbook club. Simple as that. Anyway, it's a 2-page layout, so I think they turned out really pretty. And this is so cute right here where you can write in your journaling. So this is, like I said, a subscription. You can quit at any time, drop at any time. And this is mailed right to your house. And the PDF is emailed to you. Anyway, I will be posting this weekend the new pages. That's already closed, but the PDF is available in my PDF store. Also, I'm going to show you this again. This is my class to go that is called Create a la carte. And anyway, I do a class by mail once a month. And this happens to be this month's, and it is the Simply Xenia class. And I always have 5 projects, 4 cards, and 1 3D item. And this one is the 3D box. I hope you like these. And you always get usually about $18 to $20 in consumable products. This month you get a roll of the ribbon, also a package of these embellishments, and a half a package of this beautiful paper. I just love this. I forgot the name of it though. It's in the Xenia, Simply Xenia collection. So that is, you have until the 15th of the month to register for that. And like I said, you can quit at any time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you these projects. I think they're so pretty. I'm using Petal Pink, Very Vanilla, Old Olive, and this is watercolor paper. I think it holds up so much nicer with when you're watercoloring. So I have 2 cards here, and also this cute little basket that you can add candy to, or a piece of jewelry, a small gift, anything like that. But I think they turned out so cute. And I'm using the Magnolia Mood Bundle, which looks like this, and it is in the online store. And I will post this later on tonight. And let me see. I am also using these dies. They're called the Garden Meadow. This die right here I used for this card. And then the Thoughtful Expressions, I use these dies to create the box. As you know, I like to do different boxes out of dies. I like to create them and just be a little bit different. And so I love how this turned out. Okay, so like I said, if you're new to my channel, please let me know and we'll give you a warm welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this card right here. All right, so let me pull this in. And I have some of the stuff prepared for you already. Anyway, this one is petal pink, and it is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5.5. So we're going to fold this over and use your bone folder to get a nice crisp fold. Judith, you must be out of the country. Are you in Canada or something? Is that why you're saying you can't participate? Okay, so then I have a few pieces here. Now, I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and I also have a piece of Petal Pink that is smaller. I took a piece of, let me show you this, Very Vanilla. I die cut using, let me show you, this die ahead of time. So I die cut this. And then after I die cut it, I embossed it with the Basics embossing folder. Because what I wanted to have a small border here. And then I die cut a piece of the DSP, and this is in Petal Pink as well. And so this is going to be placed in here. But when I lift this up, because this is going to be on dimensionals, I didn't want any of the Very Vanilla to show. So that's why I have the extra piece here of Petal Pink. So I'm going to glue that down first. Hi, Vicki. I'm so glad you're here. Vicki just purchased my cruise class to go. And speaking of cruises, I did announce the new one that will be going in February of next year to the Eastern Caribbean. And it is on the Wonder of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. So if you're interested, let me know. It is on my Facebook group page. So you can find the information there. And if you can't locate it, just send me an email or a message, and I'll be sure to get you the information. But what we do is I do classes when we're at sea, and so you can go ahead and do your excursions or whatever you want to do the other days. And it's go at your own pace. So actually you can do it whenever you want. Okay, so we have that down. Hi, Susan. How did you find me? Okay, so now I'm going to turn this over and put a lot of dimensionals around here so that they hold up really well. Oh, Judith, I wish you were here too. Let me see. I'm going to cut some of the sides. I just want this to be able to hold up really nicely. Well, I'm glad you're here, Susan. A great group of ladies follow me on a regular basis. And hopefully we can inspire you to create some cards if you don't already, or give you some new ideas. Are you a demonstrator, Susan? I'm going to cut this in half for the corners down here. Hi, LaSheila. LaSheila's on my team. I do see a lot of team members on here. If you are looking to save some money on your products, I would love to have you on my team. you will get a discount. It's kind of like a Sam's membership. You get a discount on your products. And at any point that you want to drop, you can do so at no obligation. All right, so I'm going to take my time getting this on here because with all these dimensionals and how thin this is around, I want to make sure it gets on there straight and looks good. Oh, that's trying to take it off again. LaSheila, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start up here in the corner, kind of just get it in place because the margin is very, very small. So let me see, that looks good. Wow, I couldn't have done that better. Susan, if you go to stampinggala.com, you can see all the tabs there where you can shop with me. You can purchase PDFs, or you can purchase classes or product. Okay, so this one right here, I die cut using the same die, and I'm just going to put some glue on the back and then slide it into place. Susan, what store are you talking about? Are you talking about for products or classes? Okay. So see how that looks really, really nice. And you can see a little bit of the petal pink around the edges. But if I didn't have that piece under there, it would look annoying, I think. Okay, so this die is stunning right here. Now, I could have used just vanilla paper, but instead I chose to use watercolor paper because it just is a lot nicer when you're watercoloring. It just holds the ink really well. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, grab some of those. I'm going to take my water painter, and I'm using Petal Pink ink, and I'm also using Old Olive ink. So I'm going to just open this up. But before I do that, I'm just squeezing it like this. So I'm getting a palette here. And this, like I said, this is Old Olive. And then this, I just have water in the barrel. These are our water painters. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of water right in here. You can probably see that. And I'm just going to go ahead and add some ink to the leaves on here. And I'm not being real careful because watercolor is meant to be a little bit messy. So ladies, if you like these make and takes, if you like these projects, all you have to do is place an order through my online store by Sunday. And it has to be a minimum of $40 before shipping and tax. And I will send you these make and takes for free. And if you notice, I'm getting some of this a lighter green and some of it a darker green. So I have a contrast. And I'm doing the leaves, all the leaves first, because then it's easier to see where the flowers, the petals of the flowers belong. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so far, there's one more leaf here. And then right here, I'm going to add a little bit for the stem. Okay, so far, that's how that looks. Now I'm just going to take my brush and just clean it off on my paper here. And then I'm just going to change to the petal pink. Susan, what state are you from? Okay, so now I'm just going to add the petal pink to the floral pieces. And I'm not going to cover the whole thing, just portions of it. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of going in the direction of how the petals are. And I'm making them darker towards the center and just kind of flaring them or feathering them out. And trust me, I am not an artist, but when you do watercolor with this, it makes you feel like you're an artist. Oops. And it's best to do a little bit lighter, and you can add some if you want to darken it up. Okay, so see how pretty that is? All right, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on the side like that. In order to do that, I'm just going to flip it over and add some dimensionals behind the larger petals so that you don't see the dimensional. And let me see, I'm going to cut 1 1/2. Okay, so that should be good. Oh, hi, Leah. All right, I think I got them all off of there. So I'm just going to add this on an angle. Just like that. All right, so as you can see, I think it turned out pretty. All right, so then I die cut this little piece here, and I'm going to add a little bit of old olive to this. And some glue. I think you guys are just biased. All right, so we're going to put this in here. I just wanted to add another leaf. I think I'll slide it down a little bit more. All right, so now I die cut some leaves here, and it looks like I may have dropped some, so I may have to cut some more. But anyway, we have, and I die cut these in old olive. So I'm going to put one there. I'll grab this one for now from another set, my other project. And this one is going to go in here. Let me see if I have some. I'm going to take this one here. And this is a different die. Same thing. Same group, but just a different die. All right, and then let me see. I'm going to take this one right here. I may have to cut some more. And I'm just going to take this apart here. And add some glue on the back. And put this down here. So far, so good. All right, so we're going to stamp happy birthday. And we'll need to trim this, I'm sure. See if I can get it straight. Well, I don't like it. It's not straight enough for me. That's much better. Okay, so there's the happy birthday sentiment. I'm going to trim this off a little bit. And I'm just eyeballing it. It really doesn't matter. All right, and then I'm going to trim it off, make it a little not as wide or tall, I should say. And I think that looks good. So I'm going to put this across here on dimensionals. Yes, I am going to Houston. Hi, Janet. Long time no see. Okay, so this is going to go across here. And I'm bringing it out to the end a little bit. Okay, we're going to take the ribbon, and this comes in a 2-pack. In fact, it comes in, oops, with this ribbon as well in the 2-pack. So we're just going to tie a bow here. All right. Grab some glue dots. And we'll pop this right here. Then I have just a few of these embellishments left. They're the classic matte dots. They have black, gray, white, and vanilla. And I just love the vanilla. I'm going to put a couple of them on here. I love how they look. Okay, and then we're going to do the inside. And on the inside, I'm going to do something a little different. Let me get another block here. Okay, so I'm going to take this die or this stamp right here, and we're going to do some coloring. Thanks, Nicole. All right, so because this has two different, it has leaves and a flower, so if I just inked it up, it'd all be one color, right? So I'm going to take, these are our Stampin' Write markers. They're different from our Stampin' Blends markers. Our blends are alcohol-based. These are water-based. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the, and these markers have two sides. This one is the fat side, like a paintbrush side, and this one is more of like a writing marker. So see how this is a little bit fatter? So what I'm going to do, you turn it on the side. You don't want to use the tip because you'll damage your marker. Okay, so I'm coloring the leaves. And this is Old Olive. All right, and then I'm going to take the petal pink and do the same thing. And just color this up. Not a lot of people use these markers anymore since we have the Stampin' Blends. So I'm just going to stamp this up here in the corner. So this way you get two different colors. Okay. All right, so we're going to glue these two together. I have 2 pieces of Very Vanilla. One is 5 by, the one I stamped on is 5 by 3 3/4. And the one I'm layering it on is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So it's just a small margin, but it makes a huge difference, I think. And I'm going to trim the bottom just a tiny bit. I think they're nice, Fran. You just, a lot of people, since they came out with the other markers, they got away from using these, but they both have their purpose. Okay, just about done. All right, so here is your first project. All right, I hope you like these. All right, so the next one is this right here, and I really like the way this turned out as well. So let me get these out of the way, because knowing me, I will mess up. Let me grab my projects here. Get this out of the way. Now this one is the landscape style. So it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Okay. So let me just fold that over. All right. So then I have a piece of Very Vanilla here, and it is, let me tell you, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And the other one, the larger one, is 1/8 of an inch bigger. So it's 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. So we're going to do some stamping on this first. So what we're going to do is take this larger stamp here, and I want to show you here. So I'm using this stamp right here. So we're going to color using these markers again. So do I have people from Alabama ever stop by? Yes, I do. I have people, customers from Alabama. All right, so I'm using, again, the Stampin' Right markers, and I'm going to color directly on the stamp, since there's flowers and leaves, and you want them 2 different colors. Be sure to use the side of the marker so you don't damage your markers. Now, if you were to try this with your Stampin' Blends markers, it would not work. They're alcohol based and they would dry up right away. All right, so I'm going to take the petal pink and put this, color this. You have to be fairly quick with this, otherwise it'll dry. Okay, I think I got it all. I need to add a little bit here. I left this off. Now you can mist it with some water. Okay, so I'm going to put this, I'm going to stamp this about right here. Okay, doesn't that look cool? All right, I'm using it just as a background. So what I'm going to do is take the embossing folder. This is the basics embossing folder. We have this line right here that you want to line up so you get it straight and even. And I'm going to run this through the embossing machine. Okay, so I added texture to this. Can you see the texture? So now I'm going to take and add the second layer just to give it a finished look. You want to add just enough glue, but not too much that it's oozing out the side. Get it straight. And sometimes, because the embossing will shrink your paper one way, I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. And maybe because I didn't cut it straight the first time, but that's all right. Okay, so we have this, and this is going to go on your card base with dimensionals. So ladies, if you've never been to my retreat, last time I had 18 different states at my retreat. It was a whole bunch of fun. So like I said, we only have 5 spots left. If you're interested, we can have 86 this time. Okay, so I have that. Now I also die cut another one of the Magnolia pieces in watercolor paper. So this time I'm going to use my water painter and add some color to the leaves and the flowers. If you don't have these water painters, you really want to get some, because they are a staple in your craft room. And they come 3 to a pack, but different sizes. I personally like this one that I'm using, but there is also a wider one included, and that is perfect if you're getting the whole paper wet before you stamp. I have a couple of the little pieces hanging around here still. Okay, so I'm going to clean the brush off. All you have to do is squeeze it a little bit and bring back in the petal pink and add the petal pink. Another quick reminder, the in colors from 2022 to 2024 are going out, and we get the last chance list on the 18th. So if there are any of the in colors that you want from those years, you want to get your products now, because they do tend to sell out fast and then they're gone for good. And that would include the ink pads, the paper, ribbon, embellishments, DSP, anything with those colors. And if I remember correctly, they are Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and Sweet Sorbet. Okay, so I'm bringing this back in, and I'm going to place it just like this, because I want this portion of the stamp still showing. Okay, so we're just going to add some dimensionals on the back. Oh, thanks, Susie. I'm glad. I got 2 more checks in the mail today for people that are brand new that have never been to my retreat. And we already have the theme. This year's theme is going to be Winter Wonderland, and it's going to be very pretty. Very pretty and sparkly. You can find pictures of the last retreat on my Facebook group page, the Stampin' Gala Stampers group. And you'll see how we really go all out decorating. It's very festive looking. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back in and I want it to go off the side a little bit, or the bottom. Let me see, just like that. All right. Okay, so then I have some leaves here that I die cut. Let me show them to you. All right. So I'm just going to add some glue on the back. Now these are done in old olive. Susie, were you able to find the free tutorial PDFs on our team page? Susie recently joined my team, and she gets our my PDFs for free, the ones that other customers have to purchase if they want them. One of the benefits for being on my team is they get my PDFs for free. So you can find them under the files section on the team page. Okay, so we're going to do some more stamping. Let me bring this in, and we're almost done with this project. And I'm using old olive, and let me see if I can get this straight, because I don't put the labels on them. Oh, that's way off. Look at that. Okay, good thing there's 2 sides to the paper. Let me see. Okay, that's much better. Let me trim this up a little bit. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we're going to put this on right here. And of course, this will go on dimensionals as well. And since this part is already on dimensionals, I don't want to add another one there. So I don't know who. Oh, is that Jody, JMP? So this is going to go right here. And then I'll just stick a little bit of glue behind here. All right, and then tie a bow. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it. So again, if you would like these make and takes, all you have to do is place an order using this host code. Please make sure you use that host code, because I have a lot of things going on, and that will tell me that your order was to be credited towards these projects. All right, so this is going to go right here. We're going to grab some. Kelly, you're crazy. Oops. All right. So this is the outside of your card. And I swear the lighting is terrible. I did take some more pictures, by the way, of the cards so that I can put better pictures online because they don't look good at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have the 2 pieces of Very Vanilla, but I have another flower here that I'm just going to quickly color. And I'm going to add some leaves for the inside just to give you something different than the first card. Okay, so what we're going to do is put these 2 together. Hey, Melody, are you new to my channel? All right, I'm going to put this right in the center, and I have a leaf here that's going to go there as well. So I'm just going to glue this down. Add a leaf. I'm not a good writer, so when I have stuff on the inside of the card, it's like less I have to write. Just keeping it real. Okay. Hey, Gail. All right, so here is the inside of your second card. Isn't that pretty? All right, so there you go. And we only have one more to do, and that is this cute little box. I just love it. With Easter coming, these would be great too to set at your place settings for dinner with some candy in it. So let me grab these and I'll show you what I did here. Okay, so I'm going to create the inside of the box, this box first, okay? So this is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/2, and it's on the 4 1/4 side, it's scored at 1 and 3 1/4. You turn it and you score it at 2 3/4, or I'm sorry, 1 3/4 and 2 3/4. Okay. All right. So we're going to fold on all score lines. Okay. So we're going to do some trimming. So what I'm doing is cutting up to the intersecting score line to create a tab. I'm going to turn it on this side and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to fold these in, add a little bit of glue. And I do this so it doesn't get held up when you put stuff in the box. Because if you just leave them loose, then they're kind of flopping around and they get in the way. So now I'm going to put this here and just create this box. All right. So now these are from I die cut these from the Thoughtful Expressions die set. I got 2 of those and a smaller one in the DSP pattern. So we're going to glue these together. You guys are quiet tonight. Okay. All right. So then what we're going to do is put this on here. So what I want to do is put the glue on here first. And then line this up perfectly with the bottom and centered it. See how I have the same amount on both sides. And then when you get it in place, you can kind of just push it down like that. And then the same thing back here. All right. Put this on here. Just push down. Okay. So far, so good. All right. So then I have this cute little flower. And let me add some. Oh, I dropped my paintbrush. I think I drop something every time I'm on with you guys. All right, so I'm just going to color this up really quickly. I hope this inspires you to try some of these projects with watercolor. And this is the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. Hey, Trisha. Trisha's on my team as well. We have an awesome team, if I do say so myself. And if you'd like to be on our team, I'd love to have you. Okay, so I just placed that on there. And I have this little piece here. Now, see how I didn't pop these out this time? Just because I didn't want to. I wanted to have a different look. All right, so I'm going to add some of the old olive. All right, so we're going to put this on here. All right, and then I have a couple of these, and I actually am just going to pull this leaf off. Oh, wait a minute. I have this one to color too. And I'm going to pull the stem off a little bit so it just gets in the way. So this is going to go here. I'm going to add one of these cute little leaves that I pulled apart. And add that there. And let me see. I'll add the other two. I'm just going to clip this little piece off of here. Okay, just like that. All right. So we're going to take this. This is just 8 1/4 by 3/4. And I'm going to just take the bone folder a little bit and give it a little bit of a curl. I'm going to add some glue here and here. I'm just going to slide it all the way in. Oops. And kind of center it in there. And do the same thing over here. I'm just sliding it all the way to the bottom. Isn't that cute? We're going to tie a bow. Add some embellishments, and we're all done. Ladies, if you like this video, I hope you'll share it with your friends and other crafters. It'll help me reach other people who love to craft and make pretty things. And also give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And don't forget, if you're interested in these make and takes, just place an order by Sunday, a minimum order using this host code, and you will get these in the mail from me for free. All right, so we got that. And then let me add some of these. All right. So here you go. Here are your projects for today. Let me get this ink out of the way so I don't mess up. So there you have it. Here are your projects. I really hope you like these projects today. I sure had fun making them, and I really appreciate the privilege of earning your business and your time. So thank you so much, and have a great night. Bye-bye.